Hey, I've always wondered, just how important are those chips inside my phone? I mean, they all kind of look the same.
They're definitely not the same. Each IC integrated circuit is like a tiny city, with different parts doing different jobs. Your phone can take photos, go online, and find your location, all thanks to those chips working behind the scenes.
Engineers really love the city metaphor, huh?
Honestly, it's pretty accurate. Designing an IC is like drawing up a blueprint for a city. We plan out the logic, communication, and functions, then hand it over to a chip foundry like TSMC, which is basically the best in the world at building these things. And fabrication isn't even the last step. After that, the chip has to be packaged and tested, kind of like doing a final inspection and adding finishing touches before it's allowed into your phone.
So just one tiny chip needs design, construction, inspection, the whole deal? That's intense.
Exactly. These chips are like hidden cities inside your phone, each section doing its own job. Some handle images, others handle communication or location tracking. They all have to work together smoothly, or the whole system falls apart. You usually won't notice they're there until something breaks.
No wonder my phone crashes sometimes. It's probably just protesting overtime. So, where do all these chips even come from?
Here's the thing. More than half of the world's chips are made in Taiwan. When it comes to foundry services, Taiwan holds over 60% of the global market share. That means 6 out of every 10 chips likely come from a Taiwanese fab. And it's not just manufacturing. Taiwan makes up more than 20% of the global IC design market, and over 50% of packaging and testing. Basically, we cover the entire semiconductor supply chain from start to finish. Take MediaTek, experts in SoC design. TSMC leads the world in chip fabrication. ASE is top tier in testing and packaging, with speed and quality recognized worldwide. That's why tech giants like Apple, Google, Amazon, and Cisco all work with Taiwan. We've got the full ecosystem, dense industrial zones, skilled engineers, and a reputation for quality and agility. Then we use what's called EDA tools, specialized software that lets us simulate, verify, and synthesize the design. Think of it like Photoshop but for chips, and 100 times more complex. The whole design process splits into 2 phases. Front-end handles logic and simulation. Back-end covers layout, routing, and power optimization. Once everything checks out, we move to tape-out. That's when the design goes to the fab for physical production. And that's just the design phase. When you look at it from a full product development perspective, the whole process actually breaks down into 4 major stages. First, you've got market research. You have to understand what users need and figure out what kind of chip you're even building. Then comes the design stage, where we map out the circuitry, run simulations, and make sure everything actually works the way it's supposed to. Once we're confident in the design, we move into a trial run, which is like a small batch test build. That's when we start integrating the chip into real systems to see how it performs. And finally, there's mass production. That's where we scale up, monitor yield, manage costs, and make sure everything's ready for real-world deployment. Each of these stages takes months, and they're all tightly connected. You mess up one and the whole thing falls apart. There's zero room for error.
You guys aren't just engineers, you're chip whisperers, full-time caretakers for silicon brains.
Yep, and the worst part? You can spend months building one, only to have it fail in testing. Then it's back to square one.
Wait, what was that thing you mentioned? The chip that stacks like a skyscraper?
That's 3D IC. It's real. We stack circuits vertically, like building a high-rise at the nanoscale. It makes chips faster and more compact without using more space. Next time, we'll take a closer look inside the clean room and reveal how these tiny towers come to life.
Okay, that sounds insane. I've got to see how that even works. Wait, when's that happening? I'm not missing it.